Hello everyone, today I'm doing a ASMR style album review. Not really, but I'm going to keep it down because it is 1 in the morning. I'm having trouble sleeping and I'm like, why not record a YouTube video? You know, that's what the people want. I am hitting you with this one to talk about the final Third Day album. It's called Revival. As I already stated, Revival is the last album by Third Day, and it might just be the best album that the band has ever made. I feel like I've been a little redundant in my Third Day review, saying that the band makes music that feels like it's very passionate, it's very full of energy, and I think that is more true of this album than any of the other albums that I've talked about so far. There's just so much passion, there's so much energy in this really kind of old school style, like tent revival, southern rock and folk type music. Like southern rock really just comes alive on this album, and every single track, it's got more energy and more kind of upbeat music than the vast majority of their releases, which sometimes lean in a worshipful direction, and this one is really doing the same thing in terms of the lyrics, but it's really just kind of a fun and jubilant record. Instead of being slow, it's really just kind of about like pumping you up and getting you excited. That's why the album is called Revival. The music on this album really does channel kind of an older sound. Like it really makes you feel like you are stepping into a different decade and getting into a tent with a bunch of southern people, and you are just rocking out for Jesus. I mean, you're just singing worship, you're singing praise, you are stomping your feet, you are clapping your hands, you have lots of awesome choir vocals throughout this whole thing. It is music that is so upbeat and energetic and passionate. I feel like even if you're not a Christian, you can listen to this and get a lot of fun and enjoyment out of it. It's something that you'd see in a movie like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? A little bit less folksy and a little bit more on the rock side, but like it's still like southern hand clapping, boot stomping rock with worshipful lyrics that are good and really great vocals and energy from this lead singer. I don't know why I don't know his name, but he is excellent on this record. It sounds really great, and he is on fire. I would go through this album and give you highlights, but I feel like what I can say about one track applies to all of the songs. They all have that energy, they all have that passion, they all have that old school southern flair that just gives the album so much life. It's just filled with life, it's filled with joy, it's filled with passion. And I keep saying that in these reviews. But once again, it's more true of this than any other Third Day album that I have heard. At least I haven't heard every single album that they've made. This is the last one I'm going to be reviewing for a while. I am going to do something else and then take a break, but for the time being, this is a really great album, and I'm definitely just very easily giving it 4 stars out of 5. And that is all I have for you today, Christian music enjoyer. Or non-Christian music enjoyer who just watched the video for some reason. I don't know, thanks, I guess. But like, I guess I'm just kind of out of the groove of like longer reviews. Like it used to be very easy. That was my default mode until I started doing YouTube shorts. You know, the day I, went to the hospital for my diabetes diagnosis is when I started doing that. But here I am, and at a loss for words, struggling to, just give a lot of words. But maybe that's better that the reviews are shorter, more concise. But yeah, it's a great album. If you haven't listened to it, it's definitely worth checking out. I would recommend this one more strongly than even Come Together, which is more personally my style. It's more something that I would prefer to listen to. This isn't really my thing, but it's still very good, and it's something that you should absolutely listen to.